Oh my god. You guys, Rocknot is on Anthropologie. Oh, I've been so excited to share this, and I've just been like waiting and waiting. Tell me that this is not the most anthro combo ever. The transformer with the denim. It's so pretty. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait. And I like type in Rocknot and there they are. Just we're missing one. The black transformer is coming. I'm wondering if maybe they're saving it for holiday or something, but it was so cool. The buyer created like custom combos like that they felt were like very Anthropologie. So like the denim belt bag and the lace strap. It's just like an incredibly validating feeling, and I just feel like I'm literally thinking about like 10-year-old Orly, and she'd be so freaking excited. And I know it's just one store, so it's kind of ridiculous to react like this, but like I've never had that before, and I've tried stuff. I've had other brands, and like it's just nothing's worked. And like I just was like, you know what? It's just not meant to be. Like I'm meant to teach. I'm meant to do DIY videos. I'm meant to like do that. And to feel all of a sudden like there's this validation for something that I created, I'm just like, what the fuck? It's really very cool. So I got my very first order for my very first like big store, like big, everyone knows their name, holy cow, I cannot believe this is happening kind of a store. And the whole thing started with a DM. I cannot believe that that's how this happened. The buyer literally DM'd me on Instagram, and we started going back and forth, and they placed like a real PO. And here we are at our ship date, and there's a lot of rules, so it's very overwhelming to make sure that you don't mess anything up, but every single product that they ordered is gonna go in its own brand new magnetic Rocknot box with like tissue paper beautifully wrapped, and then they go in these poly bags with a sticker on top, and then they get coordinated in shipping boxes very specifically. So it's a lot, but it's really cool, and it's all going out this week. This was an amazing thing, but so incredibly stressful. Once each of the individual products were packed the way that they needed to be, they then had a very specific way that they had to be packed in their boxes. There were rules about exactly what size the boxes needed to be, and then each box had a manifest. So it would say like 12 boxes, box number 1 of 12 has these particular items inside, box number 2 of 12 has these particular items inside. Then each one needed a bar-coded label on the bottom right-hand corner of the short side of the box, and then the labels on top. The manifest had to go inside each one. I was like so scared to finally call UPS and be like, they're ready. Like I like checked off the list 1,000 times, but when they finally came and picked it up, I was like bawling my eyes out. The order just got picked up. You got my Slack?
Yeah, I saw
it. The reason that I wanted to change it is a girlfriend of mine came over yesterday, dropped off her daughter. She's like, loves Rocknot, buys tons of Rocknot. I was telling her our plan sort of for the rollout so that there would be something post Black Friday. And she's like, I gotta be honest, like, I know everybody's not like me. She's like, but I'm a planner. Like all my money is spent by December for myself and for gifts. Is it a waste to spend what we're gonna spend on Black Friday marketing and like miss all those eyeballs on some of these new holiday pieces that like even if they're not going to buy it during Black Friday, they clock that it's there? I did end up deciding to release all of the new stuff that I had previously planned on holding until after Black Friday. We did it before Black Friday, and holy shite, you guys, this was such an expansive, eye-opening, mind-opening experience for me. Black Friday, the sales that we did were like, they made me see what Rocknot could become. It was insane. I woke up at 8 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day, which is the first day of our sale. And when I saw the sales at 8 a.m., they were double what our biggest day ever was at 8 a.m. People were adding all of the sales stuff to their cart, of course, but a lot of them were adding the new stuff. So they were getting things on sale and then they were adding full price items. So much so that by the time, like we're not even done with the holidays yet, we sold out of some of those items. I had to reorder them. So the move to sort of have them there, because the thing is you're spending so much energy and time in preparing for Black Friday that I really wanted to make the most of it. I just want to show you this. This is like that old school Maybelline Great Lash. If you have dark hair like me, this is the best and cheapest eyebrow situation ever. You want to scrape off a little product because otherwise it'll be like really intense. I mean, this tube's what, like $4, and it lasts forever. It holds them in place and fills them in. Definitely not a beauty blogger who can like talk and demo well. So the other thing real quick is I designed these rhinestone buttons. So do you guys remember this YouTube video I did a while back? This is a no-sew, no scissor, no glue, no safety pin alterations video that's gonna blow your mind. Not only are you gonna be able to sort of alter and tweak and adjust the fit of your clothing so that it really celebrates your own body, but you are also gonna be able to manipulate the design and the styling of the clothing in a way that's really gonna let you celebrate your own personal style. It inspired an idea, because I use them all the time, about what if I could do that functionality, but the button was like a Rocknot bow, or like a Rocknot knotted button. I wore them on a fuzzy sweater that I had. And what I always do when I design something new is I literally put it on, get myself ready, hair and makeup, and then I go to Bloomingdale's. And I just walk around. And if I get stopped by people, I know that I'm onto something, and I know that it's really good. And if I don't, you know, it's like average. It's not the best thing in the world. So I went and I got stopped by 3 women. I love your sweater. Where is that from? And all of a sudden I'm like, people are gonna want the sweater. So I'm making sweaters. This sweater looks identical to something that's like gone viral. Let me show you. But the red sweater coincidentally looks just like, I don't know if you watch the show Nobody Wants This. Oh my God, how have you not watched that show? Wait, tell me you've heard about it. It's like the #1 show in America right now on Netflix. So you're living under a freaking rock. But anyway, there's this scene, she goes into this temple and it's this red crop fuzzy sweater. Like the sweater looks exactly like that. And I watch the show, I'm like, oh my God, like that's the sweater I'm making, like what the fuck? And it's all of these posts like, you know, Vogue.com, like everybody wants Kristen Bell's wardrobe from Nobody Wants This, like the wardrobe everyone's after, Nobody Wants This, like, and I'm like, damn, I need to get that sweater ready like yesterday. The sample came and I hated it. Like, literally hate it. Look at my face. I'm like, what the hell? The fit was all wrong. It felt a little bit too long. It felt too tight everywhere. The body was too tight. The sleeves were too tight. I wanted to be able to make this sweater reversible, and so the collar was way too high. It almost had a mock turtleneck. And because the body was so tight, it was creating this V shape, which I didn't like. So basically what I did is I sent photos and measurements back to my manufacturer. I sent them photos of our sweater and a sweater that I had that had more of the fit. You could see the sleeves need to be wider, the body needs to be wider, the collar needs to be dropped, photos of myself wearing it plus measurements, and I was hoping I was gonna be good to go. So I'm sort of freaking out. I pulled the trigger and did something that I never normally do. You, by now, you know my panic about production, about when I finally pull the trigger on something, a lot of money, a lot of time, that I like don't do it until I like know that it's all good. Well, issue with the sample, it's not gonna arrive for almost 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks, I'm literally gonna miss the entire holiday thing. Like this is for the holidays and I'm gonna miss the whole darn thing. So I decided to pull the trigger, approve production based on a sample I have yet to see. They're perfect. They are freaking perfect. Oh my God, I'm so relieved. And at this point, production should be here in probably like 10 days. So I'm gonna get to like shoot them and do all this stuff. But look, you can even see the difference just in that little balloony sleeve. Body is a little bit more cropped. It's nice and slouchy. It's like boingy boingy. Oh, yes. I'm getting ready to shoot all the different ways you can wear the sweaters. I gotta get crap out of the way, per usual. It's never gonna look perfect because I'm not one of those people with like an influencer house. I'm gonna use an old sock to get rid of the dust. It makes perfect sense to me. It's disgusting. Well, I'm pretty sure I designed the most versatile sweater ever. I'm gonna give you 8 quick ways that you can wear it now, but keep in mind, the options are endless. Now, obviously the first way to wear this is as a perfectly slouchy, slightly oversized cardigan, but things are gonna really come together when you use our magic buttons. These are rhinestone instant buttons that can be applied anywhere. You can create a custom neckline, custom shape. You can wear just one strategically placed or all 3. You can even wear this sweater backwards. I've removed all of the labels in the neckline in order to make it comfortable enough to do that. You can wear it off one shoulder. The sleeves sort of puddle up just perfectly. You can wear a magic button high up on the collar, creating that sort of fun 1950s retro vibe, which I love. If you don't have our magic buttons, no problem. You can use an oversized safety pin or a brooch that you already own, but you can see that the ability to create custom shapes is what's gonna give you all that versatility. So while this is the perfect holiday sweater, it's such a versatile piece that it's sure to work for you all year long. Enjoy. Well, after doing that video, I realized the labels in the neckline have to go. So originally my plan was to have like a little metal tag. And I knew that I didn't want it in the neck because I knew that I wanted it to be reversible and you don't want to see that in the neckline. So then I thought like maybe it would go here or maybe it would go here. And I ended up being like, I don't know, those locations seem weird. So then I designed. I just picked like a fabric label that would get sewn into the side seam where the care instructions were. And then I still, for the life of me, cannot remember why I did this. But at some point, I had the genius idea of texting the factory and saying, hey, JK, let's put it back in the neckline. Why did I do that? I don't freaking know why I did that. And so now I have given myself the very annoying, time-consuming task of removing every single label from every single neckline of every single sweater. It's very annoying. This is one of the things I'll say though. This is one of the reasons that I have always said my best advice. This is a dull one. Hold on. I need something sharper than this. One of the things I have always said is that if you have the ability to work with manufacturers that will, that's much better, that will do low quantities, 100 times out of 100, you should do it. Do that in order to have low quantities when you're starting with something new, because something will always go wrong. Even if it's your mistake, even if it's their mistake, even if it's no one's mistake, so often things will go wrong. And if you don't do that high of quantities, you actually have the ability to make the change and make the fix. Like, if this was 10,000 sweaters, I would be so overwhelmed, I just wouldn't do it. And I would just ship them like this, and I would not have promoted wearing them backward. I can physically do this. It's gonna take me a long time, but I can do it. The ability to do lower quantities also gives you the ability to make sure that quality is at the forefront, because every time you wanna make a change, you can do it on the next round of production. And you have new rounds of production more often because you're doing lower quantities. So you can constantly improve. So anywho, I'm gonna go through and do this for all of the sweaters so that when they arrive to you, you can wear them backwards, because it is such a fun and sexy and elegant and sophisticated way to wear it. All right, that is it for this week's episode of Rocknot Diaries. I have no idea what the hell is gonna be happening next week, but I'm sure it's gonna be interesting, and I'll probably be losing my mind because we'll be in the thick of holiday shipping, delivering madness. All right, you guys, have a great week.